All right, let's talk about Microsoft PowerToys. I don't normally do this type of video, but the latest release of Microsoft PowerToys is pretty neat. It's version 0.62.0, so not quite at version 1. They also call it PowerToys, which is kind of funny. But if you don't have it, I find it to be extremely useful. It's classified under a developer tool, but it's certainly got enough features that anyone could find uses for it. You can get it from the Microsoft Store. You can also get it from GitHub. I'll put those links below. Uh, Install it. If you're not familiar with it, one of the other handy features that I use a lot is something called fancy zones. So you can set up a number of zones per monitor that you've got. So each monitor can have its own fancy zones. This particular one is the one that I use for presenting, sharing my desktop. So what you can do is hold the shift key down, grab the title bar, and puts a little blue box up, and then it snaps. So for this window, I just have more or less a full screen. It's not quite full screen because I do like to be able to adjust the windows. Um, so yeah, that's fancy zones. But if we get into the power tools, this version 0.62.0, it's got some highlights down here, and one of them is a screen ruler. For some reason, it won't let me capture the graphics from this, but if you press Windows Shift M for measure, I believe, it allows you to take measurements between different objects. So when it comes up, it just kind of automatically starts giving you some pixel counts. So pretty good if you're developing websites or GUIs, or if you're just really OCD about making sure things are perfectly centered on a screen. Certainly going to be a tool for you. So that's a screen ruler. The other thing is this quick accent. I don't think I'll be using this too much, but it is a pretty neat feature. So what you can do is, I'm just in Notepad here, type in a sentence, hola, señor Rita, and I got the tilde above the N. The way you do this is you type your letter, hold it for a second, and then hit the space bar. I think you can also do it if you type the letter, hold it, and hit the right arrow, left arrow. So you get some different accents depending on the key combinations used. But if you're used to having to search for how to get those accented characters, now it's just built right in. So very cool, very cool. Let's see, the other thing is this text extractor. This is really the reason I'm making this video. This feature is going to be so useful to me. I'm in a lot of presentations, give a lot of presentations, do a lot of screen sharing, and even when you're watching YouTube, so you're going through some training and you want to grab something off the screen. So here's a video I did a while ago, Azure DevOps self-hosted agent with Docker. Lots of commands appear in the window. You might not want to type everything. Now this is, I believe it's dependent on the screen resolution to some extent. So the bigger you can make something on screen, the more accurate it is. But when you hit Windows Shift T, you'll get your crosshairs, and then you can grab your text that you're interested in. Go back to Notepad. Let's get rid of what we had before. Paste it, puts it into your clipboard, and does a pretty good job. So it gets a few things wrong. So I grabbed this, edit the values in agent.env for your Azure DevOps account. It should be dot instead of dash. Account spelled wrong. But in terms of quickly grabbing, cutting and pasting, off of an image, as opposed to, I know you can grab content out of a terminal window or whatever, but if you just have an image, you want to grab the text, super handy. So I find that to be an extremely useful feature, going through YouTube videos, taking screenshots, using it with OneNote, all these different uses for it. I think it's pretty incredible. So there's one other thing that's pretty cool. If you haven't used PowerToys, this PowerToy run, if you have an Apple, using Mac OS, they have a Spotlight feature, which is similar. Windows, you can go down to the corner and go to the Start menu and start typing, and you can get to an application you want. But in this case, Alt Spacebar brings this guy up, and if you want to go to a Word doc or whatever you might want to do, press Enter. It comes up. Try that one more time. Type in terminal, and boom, it opens up a terminal. So real quick and easy. Don't have to take your hands off the keyboard. Just a real power user feature, or just like I said, for anybody to use this. It's a great application. So that's it. Just a short little video. Nice tool. If you're not using it, definitely give it a try. And thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave them below. Thanks.